like vitamins for your brain.
Episode 10. Welcome to episode 10. We are the Super Bros podcast.
Oh, I gotta plug in my.
Please, tell us about Alpha Brain. You're up.
Why does Miguel do this? Miguel, this is a great way to start episode 10 with one of the guests not even here. No topics to talk about.
And all right, is there any way to delete this? Delete this? So, welcome back to episode 10 of the Super Bros podcast. Again, today we have Jose Ojeda, Candido Crespo, and myself, Miguel Melendez.
What's happening, everybody? Thanks for tuning in.
What's up? What's up?
Thank you for tuning to 10 episodes.
Wow, yes. Could you guys believe we already hit 10?
One a week, plus 1 week that we didn't do it, so that's 11 weeks. I think this is just my calendar and how I keep track of time passing by. Is that morbid?
It lets me know that I got to have a certain amount of things done by Thursday afternoon or evening.
Right.
Yeah.
What's up?
So today, I think we're all agreeing in that we talked a lot about politics in the last 9 episodes or so.
So does everyone.
Right. So we're going to go ahead and just change it up a little bit for this episode, and we're going to focus mostly on pop culture.
Yes.
So you guys want to talk about Instagram?
Yeah, let's bring that thing up. How about that update, man?
Instagram update. Where were you when you found out about the Instagram update?
So, Miguel, have you ever had Snapchat before? Do you have Snapchat? Okay. My experience is very limited, so let's keep the conversation going this way. Jose.
Okay. Yes.
Now that Instagram has adopted a story mode,
right?
How have you found it to be useful?
How have I found Snapchat to be useful, or how to find
the Instagram version of story?
The Instagram, the souped up new Instagram.
Yeah,
it's cool. It's a new thing, and like all new things, you just want to play with it and figure it out and see how you can use it to your advantage. And I think that's what a lot of people are doing. One thing that people are doing are directing their traffic to their Snapchat.
Yeah.
Right. So they're like, follow me on Snapchat, which I feel a little counterproductive because I don't think that leads to any direct traffic, because you still have to go through the work of typing that out. And it's not on there long enough for you to kind of grab that. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I analyze these things a lot.
No, actually, I was wondering the same thing. I'm like, wait, shouldn't it be the other way around? Don't you want to take your pictures, your videos, and your story all in one location? Isn't it easy to just have one app open to multitask?
It would. It's not sort of about ease. It's also sort of what you can do with it. There's a certain privacy level to Snapchat that people enjoy. Has also different features, or these are the excuses that people are making. You can put little pictures.
Right? There's no Zoom, right? Yeah.
I don't know if there's a Zoom. Wow, I didn't even try that.
Yeah,
but I don't think that's the. But yeah, you have emojis and Bitmojis now on Snapchat. So there's all these little. You have the geo filters, which I really like. It's cool. So like if you're in a new city or the airport or a new town, I love Miguel's face. You can.
Bro, the day that we decide to turn these podcasts into audio, like it would never do justice for viewing Miguel
of judgment and like you silly kids.
There's no judgment.
So there's a lot of features that aren't there, and also you control sort of who you're directing your traffic to. Because in Instagram, it's a lot more public, if that's how your account setting is. So it's pretty much open to the world.
So you would still use both?
Would, yes. Do I? Okay. Not yet. I found.
Well, I know why you haven't used Snapchat
for
the past 2 weeks.
I think one only has so much energy or so much time to devote to any certain platform, right? Mm-hmm. So we find our favorites and we choose to use those. I wasn't using Snapchat for a while because of Pokemon Go, right? Because all of my Snapchat attention was directed towards catching.
Do you see his face?
It was to catching Pokemon as an adult.
Oh man, this guy's unreal.
And so
I'm not judging you guys.
And so then I started trying to get back into Snapchat again, but now this stole the thunder, and I'm finding less incentive or less reasons to go on to Snapchat.
I see that.
Yes.
Yeah, because you are
But that's just me, right? Everyone has their preference of what they want to focus on or put their attention to.
Yeah, I haven't tried it out yet. I've looked at it. I've seen some other people's story. I see people who put up hefty, a large story with many. No, it's not you, man. I seen somebody that had like 12 of those little dashes at the top of the screen, and I was like, what?
Forget this. Yeah. So my favorite thing to do now with those little dashes is to put up as many things as possible and see who makes it to the end. Because without a doubt, you can tell who sees each one. Wow. And so there's always a straggler at the very end who's just creeping, who just craves content, even though the last 6 things weren't that exciting. So I'm sort of taking a sarcastic.
You spend time creating these elaborate videos, right? Where
sometimes,
you're putting in 12 different scenes or whatever you want to call it. And then you sit there and you judge the people that will sit through each.
I don't know if judge is the way to say, more like appreciate than judge.
Oh, okay. Identify.
Right.
Okay.
You kind of see, this person really cares about me. If you have a positive, but if you have more of a negative, inclination, like, who is this creep?
How does it show that? How do you see who sees those things? It comes up as like what?
It comes up as people. I don't want to out all my people.
Yeah, you don't have to show it. You don't have to show it.
But maybe I will.
Oh, okay.
It's cool. Let's see. So I'll show you my story now. Right. This is exciting for the radio. Right.
How? Just to keep the conversation going. So how is this?
I drew this tree last night. So pretty dope tree. I drew this abstract art that people look at.
You see that? Yeah.
I had some kombucha. Yeah. I had this like little test video that I got going on. Man. So there's gonna be some more music videos coming to you. And people, this has 31 views already.
No, man, kind of. Oh, sure. All right.
Look at all these creep.
They'll go an eye on there.
Maybe. And you know what? I'm a creep too for some people. We're all creep because we're all interested in different things. Sometimes
I'm not looking at anybody's story. I want that part of my.
That's exactly what happens. You're very, very aware of what you look at, and because sometimes it'll go automatically to the next thing.
It does, yeah.
It does. So you don't want to appear too creepy to the wrong person because maybe you don't know them like that, and they're like, "Why are they, just sucking in all this voyeuristic content?" There's a lot of levels.
You don't want to be the straggler, okay, my girl? Don't watch the last video, please.
No, but
if it's a story of 12, only make it to 8.
But sometimes it's good stuff. So you want to keep going and see. So it's good. But the whole point of Snapchat, for me at least, was throwaway content. Not that it's not good, but I'm not crafting it, right? I'm not spending too much time, even though sometimes I do spend a lot of time, caring about the final product that's going to live there forever. It's only going to be there for 24 hours. So I'm a little less careful with it.
Instagram is not time restrained?
It's 24 hours. Does that make sense? Oh. Yeah. So the story is just up for 24 hours.
What about Snapchat?
It's also the same thing because they straight up stole it. They stole the content.
Yeah.
Somehow.
We probably should talk about what these things are in case people don't know what Snapchat is or Instagram.
Why are you even watching?
It's kind of too late.
So they're both social media apps. Snapchat formulate or came up with this idea where you can post something that would be short-lived.
At first, it was sort of like a ghost idea, right? Because when I heard about Snapchat, it was introduced as kind of like kids are sharing videos with each other, but they didn't last that long. I didn't know it was 24 hours. The idea that
I'll give you the evolution of Snapchat. As a Snapchat expert.
Okay.
It originally, if I'm not mistaken, it originally started as an app to share like nude pictures of yourself, like kind of just that's how it started. And the whole
so after you stop sharing those,
right? Once you've run out of those, and it was person to person, right? You would share them to a person, and they would see it, and then it would disappear. Right. It would be on Snapchat. It later evolved into more mainstream usage. You could have stories where you could take these little snaps and save them to your story so someone could come along, your followers, and see your whole day of stories, right? These memories. Less nudes in there. And then they got bought for $1 billion. They're doing great. And then Instagram comes because they're owned by Facebook, and they were losing a lot of traffic to Snapchat, especially from the younger generation. And they stole that feature.
So what they did to Vine, they're doing.
Yes, exactly. They're gangster. Because Vine was killing the video game, and then that Instagram was like, "Well, we need video, so let's just do that."
Destroyed them.
Dead. And we'll see what
I
happens.
don't hear anybody using Vine anymore. I don't hear of that. I don't know.
They have it's a niche market. People still do them, but it's not everyone.
So what do you guys think? What do you guys think is next? In terms of Instagram.
Well, Instagram is waiting for the next big thing.
Right.
They're not going to come up on it. They'll wait till somebody else achieves success, and then they'll go ahead and steal it.
They'll steal some VR.
What about live? What about live video?
Facebook
live streaming?
Wow.
Yeah,
that's what they're going to take next, Ito. You got it.
Periscope. I don't know if anybody uses that anymore, but
some people.
Okay.
Yeah. Periscope is still useful. It was actually pretty useful during the whole conventions.
Yes.
Yeah. Were people using Periscope, or were they using like Facebook Live? Or is there a separate app for that?
Well,
they're separate.
It's funny because even though the platform's the same, it does the same thing, right? It streams. Similar to Blab, actually. It comes down to what you can view it on and what you can share it with, right? Facebook Live is great because you could share it on Facebook, but a Periscope is better because I think you could share it on Twitter and just like in any browser. So you're not restricted to the...
Okay. So Facebook, and just as kind of a way to wrap up this segment, because we should probably move on. But, so Facebook Live has like a chat feature, sort of like Live?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So we should probably try hosting this on Facebook Live next time. I haven't used that platform.
Well, the thing is, it's only one camera.
Right. It's only one camera, and it's from your phone, so you can't even like have this whole setup. When I was originally thinking, and we were talking about this podcast, I wanted to do it on Facebook Live because you get instant viewers and bigger audience. And then I had this idea of like pointing my phone to the feed of us talking and kind of hacking the system.
Right, we should try and do it.
All right. I mean, you're kind of a developer there, so develop.
All of our names are going to be backwards. No.
Yeah, they would be, wouldn't they? So we have to create like a mirror, like some sort of mirror system, series of mirrors and microphones, and then we could be on Facebook Live. I mean, we got to try it now at some point.
We'll try it. We'll try it.
And it has to be in another room because it can't pick up the feedback of us. So it has to be in another room. We're gonna do it.
It has to be on another computer.
So moving beyond social networks.
Impossible. You cannot move beyond social networks.
We can when there's good TV.
They're all around.
There is some great TV.
There's some great TV.
Especially this childhood, this journey back into childhood that Netflix managed to release. Stranger Things.
Stranger Things.
8-episode series that had all the good things that we can remember from being a kid. The Crew, BMX, bicycle riding, flashlights, walkie-talkies,
AD&D, Dungeons and Dragons. For those of
Dungeons and Dragons. Crazy Parents.
It has it all.
Yeah.
So I heard about Stranger Things from you guys. I didn't know about it before. To give a recap, it's Netflix original series, right?
Yep.
So who came? Where did it come from? Like
I forgot the name, but it's brothers that wrote this show.
Okay.
With a lot of inspiration from Steven Spielberg and Stephen King.
Oh, okay.
Trying to get those. Actually, it was all intentional to use those cult movie type concepts. Goonies, E.T.
It's very Goonies like.
Very Goonies like. And yeah, I think it was super successful. Casting, story. Miguel didn't watch past 1.5, so we can't give away everything, and nor would we want to spoil it for our viewers.
I mean, yes. I didn't watch. You guys watched the whole thing, but it's fine. I mean,
I pounded that show.
It's
I saw like the first 5 episodes on Thursday night.
It was a good show.
and then the last couple, I think I saw 1 or 2 on Friday, and then finished it up on Saturday.
The internet is flooded with fan art right now.
Yeah.
You're one of them.
What beyond beyond the nostalgia, what makes this show effective? What makes it and we probably don't want to get too heavy into spoiler territory.
The
I like that they managed to put a little bit of sci-fi and fantasy together.
Yes.
I'm sorry, sci-fi and actually bullying. That combination was interesting to me. Because
okay.
The two characters,
because you don't really see bullying that much right now portrayed, because it's a kind of a touchy subject, right?
Oh,
like the bullies, the bullies weren't even the villain. The bullies weren't the villains. You know, like it was a separate issue. So I thought that was pretty cool to make it relevant to maybe a current childhood problem.
Right.
Addressing some type of social issues while also trying to have fun in a film. I like that combination. I don't know, what are some things that stood out to you, Miguel?
Well, I was actually going to ask a question because what I'm still sort of wondering about is how much the government facility, how much did they know about what was going on in that what's it called, the upside down? Yeah.
So it looks like they didn't know because the person, and you don't know, Jose. The
upside down is basically a parallel universe, and this is explained pretty early on.
A parallel dimension, yeah.
Yeah. So so it runs in parallel with what's going on in our world, but in the show, it kind of affects things that happen in both, can sort of affect each other.
Wow.
In sort of unknown ways. It's not really known.
It brings up,
and it's definitely not clear.
It's not multiverse. Like the idea of multiple universes kind of acting side by side. Interesting.
Right. And that's sort of the sci-fi aspect of it. But then they do a lot of looks like we lost Dito. But then
maybe he's just bored.
But then there's some fantastical stuff that can't necessarily be explained by the sci-fi aspect. So it's interesting how they handle both things. I think they do it really well.
So it's 8 episodes of this show, right?
8 episodes total. Yep.
And are they being picked up for a second season, or is that it? Was it final?
Yeah, I think they're already talking about it. I don't know if it's official, but I think they're talking about it. Yeah, I think it's in the works. Actually, me and Dito were talking about how it kind of would be we don't know what the second season is going to be about, but I would be fine with it just being what it is.
Did it sort of end on a good way? Like, could that just be it? Or
it does. I mean, they set it up so more can come,
right?
But at the same time, it kind of stands fine. But,
so this is a cult classic because it's not too, like, I see rumblings of it, but it's not like Orange is the New Black, for example, right? It's not something that everyone's watching. It's not Game of Thrones. It's probably better than these shows, but
I don't know if it's hit that sort of.
That's what I mean. It hasn't hit that critical mass yet. So, Dito, welcome back.
Sorry about that.
I was bringing up the point that this show hasn't reached that critical mass of virility yet. You know, like it's not on the level of a hit show yet, but it's still pretty good. It's still a great show. Just people don't know about it.
Yeah. Well, because I also remember seeing a trailer way back when, and I don't remember seeing any advertisements again. But it's become sort of like what I've noticed is sort of a reference show where you see somebody that's watching it, and then you're like, oh, I'll check that out. Or somebody has seen people suggest to other people, like, hey, if you haven't started this yet, you check it out. A lot of the comic book social media accounts are like, hey, if you guys aren't on the Stranger Things bandwagon, jump on board with the rest of us. So it seems like, whether it was intentional or not, it's that kind of show where it's more like a communal advertising, which is kind of
that's
interesting.
the best kind of stuff. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great. So
Yeah, like,
here's our word of mouth to you. If you haven't heard about it, please check out Stranger Things.
Yeah, and we'll revisit again when Jose watches.
When I catch up, I'll catch up maybe next week, and I'll be like, "Oh my God, the kid, the magic head,
The kid with the brain.
with the brain and the powers." All right. Moving on.
Next up, this Friday, opening ceremony, the first Olympics that take place in South America.
Wow, when you put it that way, I always forget.
It
about
feels
that.
better, right? It feels better than talking about the contaminated water.
I don't know if it feels better. I mean, it puts things into context. It should feel better, but I still feel
Stadiums
bad.
being built in place homes.
Right.
Yeah, we're not completely surprised about the situation in Brazil when they start talking in the news where there's like, oh, there was gang violence in neighboring in the neighborhood next to, and you're sort of like, wait, they didn't know that when they selected?
Right. One
'Cause
thing that I thought
that didn't just happen.
One thing that I thought was interesting on that point is we all know about how bad the water is, like the sewage. And then in the talks, one of the reasons they got the bid was that they promised to clean up the water. The water was dirty, and everyone knew it. But no, we'll clean it up. We'll fix the environment in time, in a year or whatever time. Sounds like we're in Brazil right now.
In the favela.
Live from the favelas. The Olympics tends to bring, especially now with social media, we see a lot of the reality of the situation in these host countries,
Yeah.
So and the disparity that exists between the opulent stadiums and then the poverty that they're surrounded by.
This one is kind of revisiting that nightmare though, because the World Cup exposed it already.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
It was already exposed, and now it's sort of like,
Wow, Brazil got both. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
what's happening? I saw some stat, I don't know how accurate it is, but it was like in the 90 percentile that the people who are going to be in the water sports, like in the canoeing, the kayaking, the rowing sports,
Uh-huh.
that water splashing them, there's a 90% chance that they're going to be infected by, by
super
contaminated water.
bacteria
It's
or
like,
super-
it's like inevitable. Like, there's no way that these people aren't going to catch something.
It's not MRSA, but it's some kind of bacteria that has no cure. It's really bad. I
What?
forget. It's crazy. It's bad.
Earlier on, I heard about Olympians like pulling out of
Mhm.
this one because of that. They were scared of not specifically that, but they were scared of like Zika.
Yeah, you
there was
gotta
a-
make.
There was a lot. Golfers, a bunch of different sports that people were just like, nope, not going. Basketball players, soccer players.
There's
So what
one
do they
Olympic.
do in that case? Do they pull the next person? Who's
Yeah.
the next person?
Yeah.
To go.
So-
That's exactly how it is.
and they're like, "Yay! I get to get Zika now."
Yeah. I
They're
feel,
all
I feel
excited.
bad. I feel bad for a lot of these athletes because they trained all their life for this opportunity. And
Right.
are you
Right.
really not going to take this opportunity?
It's a choice, and some people aren't making it. I know there's one Olympian who I forget his sport, but his wife is pregnant right now, and he's pulling out of the Olympics because he doesn't want to run the risk of catching it and then spreading it to her.
I think
like-
that's a golfer.
Is it? I'm not sure.
I think that's one of the English golfers. Yeah, I don't think so.
To be honest, guys, I didn't know that golf was an Olympic sport.
I think it's
I
brand
didn't-
new.
It's new. Yeah, it's new. It's new. Yeah, it wasn't always there.
I didn't
Speaking,
know
all right.
it was
so,
a sport.
so what do you know? Which sports are you going to turn on the TV for? Are you going to be like, oh, I'm going to check that out?
I'm going to try and check out the opening ceremony to see
Okay.
how over the top it is, if it's even over the top, what they do, if it's good or
Yeah.
not. Be super judgmental, as everyone else is.
Yeah.
Didn't the Queen like skydive into the last one? Did I make that up?
What? Wasn't it in like a queen of China?
London? No, like the Queen of England.
Was
All
that
right,
a
didn't it
Bond?
take
Is
place-
that-
Yeah, I think so. With like Queen, but I don't think it was actually her because she would have died.
know.
Because she's 104. Sorry to change topics. I'm excited
all
for the opening ceremonies.
Okay. No individual sports.
I from the pause, no, not immediately. I'll
Oh.
probably turn it on and see what's going on, but I don't care. Gymnastics. I like gymnastics.
Okay.
I would say the same. I don't really believe in organized sports.
It's not like faith. It's not like faith.
It's not like you have to believe in anything.
You're right. That was a weird way to put it.
Right. I mean, don't get me wrong.
No,
if we lived in the South, it would be religion. Yeah. It would be going to college, Friday night lights.
Right.
That's a totally different.
It's not that I don't believe in it. There's just mass exploitation when it comes to sports, organized sports, at least in the United States. And actually, the Olympics has kind of stood apart from that in some ways. But then this year, them holding it in Brazil is sort of like, yeah, we don't care either. So
do we want to go into this topipic of exploitation
of
sports?
We don't.
Okay, right? No. Let's not do that.
All right.
Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Yeah. Because my answer is going to be so different than both of you.
I want to listen. I want to watch this and that. Go. What's up? What do you want to see? I mean, I do enjoy
Michael Phelps. Michael Phelps holds the most gold medals in history, and he's participating in his 5th Summer Olympics. Wow. So he already holds the record. If he wins more, this guy's gonna set the bar something crazy,
even higher.
Miguel's like, big whoop. Who cares?
No, that's cool. So yeah, that's interesting.
First,
and he's the flag bearer. He's the flag bearer.
First Puerto Rican gymnast.
First Puerto Rican gymnast. There's a few Latinos who are competing. I don't know them, but I saw an article about it. Now I'm going
I started to see some commercial. Our weightlifter is vegan.
Oh, cool. Very nice.
Which is interesting.
Cool. That's good.
So I started to see some promo from PETA that's like, what did you say about protein? Which was pretty interesting.
Right.
Let's see what else.
But I want to see his diet, complete diet, and what he has to supplement with because he's not getting protein.
Oh, he's taking supplements.
Yeah,
but if you're lifting,
you can do it, but
if you're lifting, especially like that, you're taking supplements anyway.
Right. So. Not banned, not illegal ones, just to clarify. But
no, right.
They can't have for that. Yeah.
You have to supplement your diet somehow. Right. Anyway.
Let's see. The basketball. I watch basketball. I'm gonna watch.
Is the Dream Team playing?
It's not. No, sorry. Bird, Johnson, and Jordan aren't available for this week.
Is LeBron James is anyone are pros playing this year or no?
The only the oldest guy on the team is Carmelo Anthony. Everybody else is.
They let Carmelo Anthony play.
Yeah.
In the Olympics, and no one else.
Nobody else wanted to go.
No one else wanted.
Nobody else wanted to go because they were going to get sick
because of Zika.
They at the point guard position, yes, that was a problem. A lot of the guys didn't want to go down there for that exact reason.
So are we still going to win?
We have a lot of great players.
This is my American elite attitude, and they're not from the NBA.
No, our Olympic team are only NBA players. That's a problem. That's been a problem that has come up because they think that are we reaching a point that it should just be college players? But
I see. Okay.
No, it's NBA players. It's our top athletes. What else? I watch beach volleyball. I watch the women's soccer. Right? They played yesterday. They won their first match.
Wow, there's a lot going on.
Against New Zealand. I don't know that I'd rush to watch the men's soccer because they don't win as much as the women. So it feels a little bit more.
Oh, no,
it's easier to be a cheerleader when you're watching the women's soccer team.
No, you were fading in and out. So you're just
Am I out?
You're looking forward to a lot. So when does this?
Sorry about that.
Well, the cool thing is that it's all in similar time zone, right? So we don't have to stay up till 2 a.m. to watch the Olympics this year.
So the schedule is pretty set. You can check out the schedule and it'll be. Some things are like early. Like if you wake up at 7, there'll probably be a sport on. So yeah, I'll be watching.
Olympic
so maybe
reporter.
I'll give my report back.
That's exciting. I heard that they expanded the sports. There's new skateboarding will now be an Olympic sport in the next one. Yeah, and karate.
That's pretty cool.
Karate.
Oh, that's cool. Too. Oh, wrestling is big. I haven't watched.
I can't wait till they put
I
MMA in the
I might check
Olympics.
that out.
It kind of has to, you know. It's the
You think
ultimate
it'll
sport,
happen?
really. So, what about
It would be the only violence.
Wait, is that what it's referred to as the
What?
ultimate sport?
the ultimate sport? No, it's me. It's my personal endorsement of MMA.
Okay.
Yeah, boxing's pretty violent.
Yeah, I forgot about
I
boxing.
think. So
You're
MMA,
Yeah.
You're right.
I think they'll
forgot
get there.
about it.
Maybe MMA or jiu-jitsu, you know, because Brazilian jiu-jitsu isn't even that old as a sport and stuff. Well, they have,
That should have been. That
maybe.
should have definitely
they
been
have
there. If
judo.
wrestling-
Judo is a sport.
I think
right.
so, bro.
That Ronda Rousey.
Oh,
thing.
judo's on it.
The
Yeah.
yeah, man. The Olympics. Dito will be watching hardcore. I will be casually dropping in. Miguel will forget that it was even
Yeah.
on. Perfect. A well-balanced mix.
Miguel, what happens if you end
That'll
up with a
never
child
happen.
who's an athlete?
Yeah, I guess
Got
so.
a lot of
I'll
learning to
have
do,
learn
bro.
it.
Just books.
I'll support
Yeah.
my child, but
They're gonna. They'll come
Yeah.
to every protest.
Thankfully, you'll have
who knows what'll
YouTube.
be
so-
around at that time.
If Jose has an athlete, it's gonna be because they are because they're at a
you mean,
Republican
Miguel?
or Democratic convention.
Oh, me? If I have a kid, it's because they're one of the.
No,
that's
you.
my sport.
You.
Yeah, when's that going to be an Olympic sport?
That's the idea of a sport.
Someone should give
Yeah,
these guys a medal.
political
Give 'em a
party
medal.
convention.
That's funny.
Jill Stein has
Who's
a
that?
commercial, by the way.
Yeah?
I saw it.
Well, where's it airing?
She has a TV spot.
She's
Oh,
getting
okay,
some,
that's-
she's
I saw
getting
it on
some press,
MSNBC.
man. Jill Stein's getting some coverage, as well as Gary Johnson. Gary Johnson's doing his CNN.
Town Hall.
Was it last night? Oops.
He had a town hall last
Jill-
night on
You
MSNBC.
guys
Jill
watching?
Stein has one, I
Mhm.
think, next week.
Yeah, she has. That's crazy. The fact that she's even given this airtime is huge. That's fine.
We weren't supposed to go down this route. Sorry,
It's okay.
I was
It's cool,
happy to
man.
say
It's
that,
cool.
I saw the
people
TV
hate
spot.
on it. They'd be like, I can't. No, we need to focus all our energy. But and if people are running for president, and just hear them out.
August 17th at 10 p.m. Eastern on CNN.
What day of the week is that?
Oh, is that when it is?
Wednesday.
That's not bad. Wednesday night, Wednesday at 10. That's not terrible. It's not a terrible time slot.
Oh, that could be good.
Yeah,
And we could talk about it.
and everyone will hate us. Jill Stein.
Yeah.
She's not a viable candidate.
Exactly.
What else? We're tapped
What
out,
else,
man.
guys?
You guys.
What else,
Oh, I'm gonna go see. We can talk Harry Potter, and Miguel could have nothing to say.
Please, and the cursed child.
talk some Harry Potter.
Well, Miguel's going to sit this segment out for a moment.
I don't believe in
'cause
Harry Potter.
He is
I
not.
don't doesn't believe. That's
Harry
probably
Potter
something you
fan.
shouldn't believe.
Yeah, he doesn't believe in Harry Potter.
for once. It's fiction. It's fiction, Miguel. You don't.
He doesn't believe in
I don't
wizardry,
believe in
which
wizards that ride brooms.
That's all of them. It's a sport.
it's just a
I'm
sport.
not
man.
hating.
It's
Go
just a
ahead.
sport.
Talk about it. It's great.
That's why he doesn't believe.
I love Harry Potter.
Quidditch. Oh, the Cursed Child.
Yeah.
Harry Potter and the Cursed Child
Child.
came out,
So it was
which
a
is
play.
the
So,
screenplay
J.K.
for the
Rowling.
play.
Right? It's her name. She wrote the Harry Potter. She's a billionaire or whatever.
Yep.
She made a lot of money with this. And then they wanted more. The story was over. Give us more. And so she gave him more in the form of a play. And then the play's in London, correct? For now. And not that many people could
For
see
now.
it. So what did she do? She put it into a book, which is smart because now she can sell millions of those things, which you bought, Dito, which I bought, which Miguel will never buy.
Yep.
Ever.
Don't say
And-
never.
Ever.
No, it's a safe bet, I
Say
think.
anytime.
I'm almost positive on this one.
And I haven't read it. I don't think I'm going to read it, but my wife read it. And you're going to read it. Why won't I read
why
it?
won't you read
'Cause
it? That's
that's not
interesting.
how I consume content. And this makes me sound, I'm not a reader, and that makes me sound like an
You're not a reader.
It makes me sound
Really?
really anti-intellectual. I promise I'm getting a lot of content, but I don't read too much. And I feel dumb, and I feel like I have to read. But
No, I think that's pretty commonplace for our generation. actually.
No.
it is. But
And to be honest with you, I don't. It's been a while since I read. My
I
last
feel
novel.
like I have to defend myself, but I feel like I have to defend myself to the older generation who looks down upon non-readers. But listen, when I got audiobooks and podcasts and I can listen to those for 10 hours a day,
Not
and
change the
do
game.
other stuff, I think I'm okay with
Yeah.
content. So maybe I'll listen to the audiobook, right? I'll do
Or maybe
that.
you just wait for the play to come to New York.
Or the movie.
Maybe.
Oh, they better turn it into a
I don't
movie.
think this one's
Even
gonna be a
if-
movie.
Even if someone like goes in
I
with a
don't think
GoPro
so,
and
bro.
just kind
I
of
think
like
you'll be
streams
going to
it
Broadway.
online. Well, Facebook Live, the Harry Potter thing.
Oh, hey, one thing I did want to
Oh,
talk
man.
about real quick.
Gentlemen.
Oh,
So,
Okay.
Suicide Squad, right? That film that came out with
Right.
with all the
Oh,
DC
man.
villains.
yes.
Did you hear
Tomorrow.
what Will Smith said about Jared Leto?
About Jared Leto. I'm
Leto?
scared. Oh no.
Jared Leto? No. What'd he say?
To paraphrase, he's like, this guy's a dick. That's pretty much what he said. He's like,
Really?
yeah, he was telling the press about how he was doing all these crazy things, like sending dead animals to them and stuff like that. But
was that what it
right.
was?
He was in character.
that's what it was. That's what it was. But he was saying
He used
that it
actual
wouldn't be
dead
like
animals?
that. I think so.
That's kind of.
He was saying
that's
that
like the first sign of
he
a
took it too
psychopath.
far. Right. And then so I guess that would have been okay if the movie was good.
I don't think that would have been okay at all.
You're right. It's not okay.
Bro, what are you talking about? That's not even extreme. The extreme is when you're so
Right.
in character
Suicide
that
Squad,
you've
he
committed
takes it
suicide.
but that happened.
Well, I think he's
last
referring to
year.
Heath Ledger. Yeah.
I
No, but-
was referring to Heath Ledger.
Yeah. So yeah, but apparently so the movie isn't good, and then specifically his character is like he doesn't do a
Sucks.
good job.
Really?
Supposedly, I haven't seen
Wow.
it, but it just
I'll believe it. Hey. He turned me around when you first saw the first picture. You're like, "What the hell is this?" But then you see more, and you kind of
I
believe
thought it was
it.
interesting.
I thought it was cool.
I thought it was
Yeah,
interesting.
this rock star Joker.
And that was after really liking Heath Ledger's Joker.
right.
I really have some high hopes. Or I'd rather I had high
There you
hopes,
go.
but these reviews
Right.
are
So
slamming.
you guys gonna
so
see
bad.
it in the theater or wait? Or you will? I wanted to. I don't know
I
anymore,
will.
man. Theater time's precious.
Yeah.
That's it.
Did you see Batman vs Superman? Batman.
I watched it. Someone
I
gave
did.
me a copy, so I watched it like like a week ago. Yeah, it was
So
pretty bad.
I've only seen.
I went to
Man
the
of Steel.
theater.
Right, that's the Superman one. That's it. I actually
It
really
builds
like
right
that
after
one.
that.
It's probably, in my opinion, I think that's probably the best Superman film I've seen. But then a lot of people are saying like, a lot of people don't actually like that film.
I think people, because they took it, because they went to the extreme of
Okay.
it being an alien film,
But
as
he is an
opposed
alien.
to a superhero
He
film.
is
Right.
from another planet, right?
He's an alien. That's why you enjoyed it,
I think
because
so.
you could see that, and I enjoyed it.
Did
too.
you like?
And I did
You
think it
don't
was
like
the best one.
No,
Not Superman Returns.
my wife
but-
really hated it. I just watched it. I was like, whatever. I just wanted to see what happened. That's it. I just wanted them to fast forward to the end and be like, okay,
Pretty terrible.
how do they figure this all out? They got Wonder Woman up in there.
Batman v Superman, right? Okay, so it was decent.
I don't know if that's the. Oh wow, Tito froze. I thought he was just in contemplative thought. Well, let's wait for him to come back so he could sign off. But yeah, decent. I would watch it just to see what happens, but don't expect anything
Okay,
at all.
I hear Batman's like super violent.
He is.
He's,
He
like,
is
running
super
around
violent.
with
Batman's
machine guns, shooting
crazy violent because that was his whole thing, that he didn't like kill people, but he totally kills people all the time. He's just stabbing people and shooting them with guns. And I'm like, that's not what Batman does.
It seems really strange to me.
It was very strange. Batman's kind of a dick in this movie. Let's put it that way.
I think. Have you seen Daredevil, the series? on
No.
Netflix?
Oh, Netflix. I thought you meant the original movie.
Yeah.
No, I
No.
have not.
Oh,
But
you
I
should
hear-
watch that. But I think they do a good job of because I think Daredevil is similar to Batman in that he doesn't believe in killing people. Right.
Damn it, Dito says. Dito is
I'm just
sorry.
trying to get back.
Is he?
Yeah, we can just end the show.
What we could. Are you guys closing out? Yeah, we can close out. What is he gonna say? That's fine. Sorry. This ends with
All
just
right.
the two of us. This was
Sorry
a fun
about that.
show. This was episode 10. We're making strides. You guys are continuing to stick with us, all two of you. Oh, Dito's coming back. Yeah. Thanks for giving us an opportunity to talk to each other. If so, do it without me. I can't seem to get back on, says Dito. All right, that's fine. Goodbye, everyone. We'll see you next week. Bye. Goodbye.